We're going to go to David Lake at Inside the U. David, if you had a question for Coach Hickson.
Yeah, Coach, wanted to ask you about Cam Harris, just the difference you've seen in him, this year compared to maybe going in the last year. And then also was wondering if you could provide a status update on Robert Burns. Fans haven't seen him in any pictures or photos or videos, so they're curious how he's doing.
We'll start with Cam. Cam has matured a lot, from last year to this year. He's really taking his craft seriously, for his getting his body prepared, getting his mind right, and being able to take everything slow and have a great understanding of what's going on for us, what's on the field and off the field for us, the offensive wise, for his blitz pickup and things like that. He's got in, studied film, did things. So he's working on his craft. And I think that's the big difference is that he's putting more time in and he's getting the results he finally wanted. He's getting those results out of that time that he put in. For his, Robert is working. I'm not sure the status in full right now, but I think he's ready to rock and roll here soon. He's still a work in progress.
Great. Coach, we're going to go to Manny Navarro at The Athletic. Manny, if you had a question for Coach Hickson.
Hey, Coach Hickson, actually 2 questions for you. One, Donald Chaney said that, every time you sit down and review film with him, it's always about pass protection schemes. He obviously played in a different offense in high school, and I wanted to ask you how he's sort of adjusting to those kind of assignments. And then I'll ask you this follow-up after you're done.
Okay. I think, for those guys and Don as well, I think the transition was pretty smooth. I know he's coming from wing T offense, coming to a spread offense, tempo offense where we're moving pretty fast. I think the thing is with Don, he's talented, he's blessed, and that's what made the transition pretty much easy. For us, him getting a great understanding of the scheme and protection of what we're doing. He's very smart. He picks up on things easy, but at the same time, as you and I know, it's repetition learning. And, with those guys, with him, it's all about being consistently great on the small things. And I think the small things is just him having a great understanding of what's going on for us, protection when guys move around. Different blitzes come from different ways, whether it's boundary blitz, field blitz, things like that. So once he get a great understanding of that, which he has an understanding, I think the sky's the limit for him.
And the second part was I asked Jaylan about, who's the fastest guy on the field, him or D'Eric in terms of speed. And I'm wondering how much D'Eric's speed, in your opinion, especially with the fake handoffs and the different plays you can run with him, how much that maybe helps the running backs and helps the offense in general.
It helps the offense, period. It's not about the running backs. It helps the offense, period. When you have a running quarterback, it puts another threat for the defense. And it puts them in a situation that they can't pin their ears back, because if they do, he's able to take it to the house. So I think it helps everybody, not just the running backs.
Okay. Thank you.
Coach, we're going to go to Chris Perkins at Sports Illustrated. Chris, if you had a question for Coach Hickson.
Hey, Coach, I got a long-winded question about preparing for – I know you love to hear that, right? It's about preparing for the opener in this COVID-19 year as opposed to other years. And so I'm wondering, how did you guys know before about personnel groupings and things like that? Did you look at media reports? Did you look at the spring game? So is that any different? And then are you guys at an advantage offensively, because you do have Rhett Lashley, you do have D'Eric. UAB has not seen that. So how is preparation different, and are you guys at an offensive advantage?
I think, of course, with the COVID situation, preparation is going to be different for us, the testing and all the things that goes on and goes along with that. I think for us, we just have to prepare our kids of how we know how, is that's by film, looking at different things, going off some of the tendencies that UAB do, different things like that. I'm not sure whether it gives us an advantage, but at the same time, I think that they're going to prepare just like we're going to prepare. And, it doesn't matter who is the offensive coordinator or the D coordinator, those guys are going to prepare just like we are.
And in previous years, did you guys look at each other's spring games, or was there like a film exchange? I don't know if you did, or did you just look online, or was that a help, and will that be a hindrance moving forward?
Well, we just look at what are the games they have uploaded in the system. Of course, we look at the last season. You know, we can't get a lot because, like I say, no one had a spring game and nobody had a spring, you know, season. So we look at last year's film. We look at, you know, different cut-ups of what they've been doing and different blitz packages and things like that. And we just make a game plan out of that.
Great. Coach, we're going to go to David Ferrones at the Sun Sentinel. David, if you had a question for Coach Hickson.
Hey, Coach, I want to know between the two freshmen, is there one in particular that may be ahead of the other as far as number 2 running back reps? And I know Don was hurt in the spring, but has he also kind of bounced back and you know, brought himself you know, back into the mix there?
You know, both of those guys are talented. You know, like I said, the running back room is a talented room. You know, we got some guys that can really play some football in there. And I think both of the young guys, like I said, they got to continue being great at the small things consistently. And I think both of them will be fine. You know, it's not about who's in front, who's in back. You know, my whole deal is right now that we all got to learn what's going on, and we all got to get on the same page, and we all got to continue working hard, and we all got to believe that we can get it done whenever our number is called.
Great. Coach, we're going to go to Daryl Streeter at Football Field. Daryl, if you had a question for Coach Hickson.
Yeah, Coach, I got a question for you. I got a simple question for you. The nickname Rooster that Jaylan Knighton, are you guys calling him Rooster around camp, or y'all calling him Jay, or what are y'all calling him?
Well, I call him Jaylan. You know, some of the guys on the team call him Rooster, but I call him Jaylan. You know, and he answer, and you know, when guys mess with him, when he do something good, they may call him the Roosters out or whatever. But you know, for me, I call him Jaylan.
All right. We got time for a couple more, Coach. We got Matt Shodell at Kane Sport. Matt, if you had a question for Coach Hickson.
Oh, hey, Coach. Just to sort of follow up on one of the previous questions, are you expecting to have a featured back or use all 3 of these guys in games? It's a fast-paced offense. Sort of how do you see the reps getting divvied up? Is it going to be equal between all 3? Talk about that a little, maybe your philosophy on how you use 3 really good running backs.
Well, right now, like I said, we're just in the process of making sure everybody's on the same page. You know, once that process get closer to the season, I think we'll start making decisions on that. But right now, we're just making sure everybody is doing the right thing. And, you know, in this day and age, you know, it's not really a featured back anymore. Each offense is going to have at least 3 to 4 backs that can really get it done. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's where we're at right now.
Great. Coach, last one for you is followed from Manny Navarro from The Athletic. Manny, if you had another question for Coach Hickson.
Hey, Coach Hickson, just as a follow-up, you know, we've seen the running backs are very involved in the passing game. Cam had a couple touchdown catches this last game. I'm curious, you know, who's really got the best hands out of the backfield right now? Who's maybe the most consistent at catching the ball for you guys?
Really, I think all of them can catch pretty good. You know, all of them got great hands out of the backfield. You know, some guys make better catches than others for as, you know, acrobatic catches. But at the same time, I think any one of the backs in the room can catch. You know, it doesn't matter who it is. I think they all are blessed. So, you know, like I said, they blessed to catch, they blessed to run, they blessed to do different things. It's just a matter of getting everybody on the same page and doing things the right consistently. So,
thank you.
Coach Hickson, thanks for spending a few minutes with us today, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you soon. Good luck the rest of the week, camp.
all right, appreciate it. Thanks, guys.